This next installment of our Spring Cab Cam series presented by Precision Agri Services. I'm Kolt in Morrow County today, where we are on Hondros Hemp Farm. Courtney Nugent, Assistant Farm Manager at Hondros Hemp Farm, is pioneering the trail on how to grow hemp in Ohio.
So it's been raining a lot. Typically we use equipment to help plant, but we don't want too much compaction going on in our field. So we are hand planting. We need to get them in the ground. It is a race to not let the clones and our seedlings get root bound in the little pots. So they're ready to get going and the frost is over, so we need to get them in. We are planting 20 rows this year, 2 acres, 4,000 plants total.
The farm plants clones coming from the Carolinas.
So with hemp, genetics are a big thing. They're not as developed as corn and soybeans here in the U.S. And so you got to be really careful about what genetic varieties you're buying in order to have high potency hemp with a low THC value. THC is a regulated substance still, and with the ODA's hemp license, we have to keep our hemp below 0.3% in order to legally grow it without having to destroy our harvest at the end of the season. So genetics are really important to us because we need to keep our THC low, but we also want a really high potent oil product at the end of the season.
The farm last season experiencing some pest pressure.
Yeah, one of the biggest problems we saw last year was the red-headed flea beetle. We were spraying Dipel every week, which is an OMRI listed spray, but that treats for things like moths. So we didn't see any of that last year, although I've heard other hemp farmers have issues with that, but we did see red-headed flea beetles, so we're switching over to a neem oil this year, and that's supposed to be more of a generalized, like all pests. And then toward the end of the season around flowering, we saw aphids right about a week before harvest. However, since we harvested them and the plants started drying up in the barns, they vacated real quick. So I don't know how much damage they were actually doing, but hopefully the neem oil will also treat for those as well.
The farm has a pond on hand, serving as a natural source for irrigation.
So we are doing a drip line system. We usually run it for about half an hour when they're young like this, and then as they get older, typically around like 40 weeks, we'll start running it to an hour, hour and a half, 2 hours every day. When it's really dry out, obviously it's been raining here, so we haven't had to run it at all so far.
The hemp is harvested and used for oil. Nugent explains that process.
Depending on the variety, we will harvest around October-ish, maybe a little bit before then. We have equipment for that as well, but we've decided we like hand harvesting better, again, because it's such a quality grow. We kind of like being able to inspect ourselves what is going on with each plant. So we hand harvest them, pull them up onto the trailer, take them over to our storage barns and tie them up upside down. We call it party barn last year because it looks like a bunch of hanging balloons almost. Let them dry down, and then once they get down to like 12%, then we will ship them off to the lab, assuming they pass all their tests.
The Spring Cab Cam series presented by Precision Agri Services from Hondros Hemp Farm in Morrow County. I'm Kolt Buckenroth.
This spring's Cab Cam series is made possible by Precision Agri Services Inc. Since 1994, Precision Agri Services Inc. has provided the best agronomic, environmental, ag technology, planter services, and planter products to farmers and agribusinesses. For more info, visit precisionagriservices.com.